I am here at Holyhead. I am going to be traveling today on the StenaLine Adventurer with my little dog Pumbaa from Holyhead to Dublin. Now I am actually just at the railway station now, which connects on to the ferry port terminal for foot passengers. We will end up getting a little bus over to the ferry once they start that boarding process. I've probably got about an hour to go until that starts. So my ticket today is a rail and sail ticket. Now that means that it includes my train, the rail side, and then the ferry, the sail side. I am, like I said, going on with StenaLine. I actually rang them to book the ticket. They do say you can book these tickets online, but I've just never been able to make that work. For some reason, when I try and do it, it always tries to put me on Irish ferries, which is not my choice of ferry transfer, despite obviously me being Irish. It's just because of the offering that they have for having your pet with you on board. StenaLine have these lovely pet cabins, which I absolutely adore. And I'll take you on a little tour of my cabin when we get on board. Now, the last 3 times I have taken this journey, my train has been cancelled. I've had it cancelled twice just completely, and then once while I was actually on board, which has meant that I've had to change trains. Today, my train was also cancelled. It was actually cancelled last night. I've noticed they tend to do it around 9 p.m. the night before. So my lovely direct service from London Euston all the way to Holyhead has turned into a 3-train journey. One with Avanti West Coast, which is my original train provider that I would have gone on the direct service with, and then 2 with the Transport for Wales. So it actually turned out okay. It wasn't the busiest day. It is like half term for kids, which means that the London services tend to be a bit quieter. And we've made it half an hour earlier than we would have had on the direct service, but we did have to leave an hour and a half earlier. It's not a smooth start to the day, but I kind of just expect it at this point. I don't know if I'm the most unlucky person when it comes to this journey, but like I say, that's 3 for 3. I'm gonna mosey back on in to the ferry terminal side. There is a little cafe there, and I'm gonna stop in and just get a little something to eat. I did come out with Pumbaa so he could do his business, which luckily he has done. He does need a little bit of a walkabout to do that. He won't just come out and do his number 2s, so hence why we've come all the way out here. There is some rain forecast, so I'm gonna get myself inside before that happens. So this is where you come in off the train, and directly facing it then is the ferry passenger terminal. I am now just chilling in the ferry terminal right beside the boarding gates. I've just popped into the little cafe shop that's here. They have a decent selection. They've got like some meal deals with sandwiches and stuff, and then they've also got some hot food. They had like sausage rolls and some little pies and stuff. So it's a handy spot to go to. Now it's been open every time I've come apart from the evening ferry. I think when I was coming for the 8:30 ferry, I feel like there's one around that, like 8 o'clock, 8:30, it was closed. But if you're coming during the day, I've always found it to be open. So the meal deal I've gone for is a ploughman sandwich, a packet of crisps, a can of Coke, and then I also got myself a little Kit Kat. I've got Pumbaa's water bottle out for him. We have made it into our cabin, but first let me catch you up on the journey so far. So they opened the check-in desks about 60 minutes before the departure time, which is pretty standard from my experience. We went through security checks. They then took my checked bag. We then hung around in the lounge area, and there is free Wi-Fi there as well, so it was handy. I was able to do a little bit of work while I was waiting, and then they brought us on board about 45 minutes before departure. And so you take a bus from the lounge area over to the ferry itself. It can get pretty crowded on the bus. I was one of the first on, which was handy, so I had a seat and had Pumbaa just on my lap. But I've been on that bus on hot days. It can be a little bit of a struggle, but it is literally just a 5-minute bus journey, so it's not too bad. When I came on board, I actually had to go to guest services because the printing for the cabins at check-in wasn't working. So normally when you check in, you will get your like tag to put on your bag to check your bag in. You'll get your little confirmation slip of your ticket, which also has like a loyalty card barcode thing that you can scan in the duty-free area when you're buying things to kind of add to your account. And then you'll also get your cabin key if you've booked a cabin. But like I said, that wasn't working today, so I had to go to guest services, and luckily there was nobody there when I rocked up, so that was super handy. Got the key, came up to deck 9, and I'm in my cabin. So this is the 2-berth pet cabin with a window. I've never had a window before. I'm so excited. I have just fed Pumbaa. They're the little bowls you can see on the floor that I just gave him a little bit because sometimes he's a bit fussy, like when we're traveling, but he has wolfed it out, so I'm probably going to give him a little bit more now as well. He is just down here just sniffing around. So this is the little desk area. We got 2 bottles of water. I've just used some of that for Pumbaa's bowl. They give you some poop bags, and then also they give you a little puppy pad which is really handy. We've got tea and coffee making facilities with some tea and coffee, some sugar, some milk, and then they also give some biscuits as well. Now I feel like this is a little bit more modern than what was in the cabin without the window, because I don't recall ever having the USB ports, but there we go. We've got 2 plug sockets and 2 USB-A charging ports as well. And then we've got our little TV, and they actually have a European plug socket port there as well. Now out the window, you can see we've got a view pretty much back onto the loading dock here, but actually if you can see off in the distance there, that little paw print, the blue paw print, this is new. This is a little pet area where you can go with your dogs. I saw someone out with her dogs there just a few minutes ago, and there's actually another one over on the right hand side that's a little bit longer, which is so good because I don't think this ship has ever had like a kind of outdoor deck area for pets before. I don't know what that means now. If your dog is down in the kennels on the like cargo decks down below, can you go and bring them up and then take them out in here? But I imagine so, but I'm assuming I could also take Pumbaa down from the pet cabin out just to have a little wander around, and I've never been able to do that before. If you're not going to get a pet cabin, I highly recommend traveling on the StenaLine Estrid, not the Adventurer, the one that I'm on today, because the Estrid has the pet kennels on the passenger deck and you can go to and from them at any point. Pumbaa's just whinging here. I think he wants a bit more food. Let me get him sorted. He is demolishing his food again. So over on the right hand side here we have got the bed, and there's the second bed there. It's kind of like a bunk bed situation, but it's a fold down version. There's a little kind of bedside light there as well. That's what the switch is for. And then spinning around, here's the ladder to get up onto that second bed. Let's head on into the bathroom. It's quite basic, but you know, everything you need. You have your toilet, you have your sink, and then over to the left here we have the shower, quite a basic shower, and I think they have like some body wash in that little dispenser there. But yeah, pretty basic. There is a sign to say that you're not allowed to wash your dog in here, which I would think is pretty reasonable. There's like a little bin down the bottom there, some extra toilet roll, and a toilet brush as well. I'm pretty sure normally I have quite a few towels. There is just one towel in here today, but again, that's not a problem. It is just me. Oh, we've got an announcement.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's Captain John Hamley-Jones speaking on behalf of StenaLine and all the ship staff. Welcome aboard StenaLine Adventurer for this, the 14:45 crossing from Holyhead to Dublin Port. Loading has now been completed. The engines are running. We're just closing our final watertight door. Weather forecast for the crossing is good. We have a southerly wind, about force 5 in strength, and 1 metre of swell, so I'm sure you'll have a very comfortable crossing with us.
So I think they are just about to start blasting in the regular security, safety announcements. So I'm going to get settled here, and then I'm going to pop out and have a bit of a wander around the ship. I have asked before, and they've said it's fine to leave your dog in the cabin. Obviously, you know your own dog, you know whether they'll be anxious about that. Pumbaa is great. He will literally just chill and sleep. He's totally fine being left by himself. Here come these announcements. So here is my cabin, and then right beside it you can see there's a sign for the outside pet exercise area. So that's super handy. I'm going to take Pumbaa out in a bit, I think. But for now, let's go and explore. It's obviously not the easiest for me to vlog and bring Pumbaa. But I'm actually going to go downstairs and have a little look at the food and stuff. You can see we are bombing along, going pretty fast. Now, I'm pretty sure this is actually where I came out to on my last time on the ferry, and I just came out for a little look outside. I like to just come and get a bit of fresh air. It is breezy. It is definitely breezy. But this is so cool. All right, so yeah, it's a little exercise area, all gated off. Now this one is just this little area, and then on the far side looks like it's more of sort of a little track where they can run up and down. That's so cool. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get Pumbaa out so you can give it a try. It can be our little test dummy. Oh my gosh, there is like a little bit of ocean spray because of the wind, so I'm not going to stay out here too long. I just took my dramatic windswept thumbnail. Hope you appreciate that. Anyway, let's head inside. here's a little map here. So we are on deck 8 right now. That's where the Stena Plus lounge is. That's where the shopping is. Oh, maybe I should head there first actually. Then I'm gonna go down to the restaurant, which I think is downstairs. I think the bar is up here and the restaurant's downstairs. Then you can see there's a trucker lounge. Guest services is deck 7 as well. And then the car decks are 1 to 5. But yeah, let's go in and see if the duty free is open. All right, so the main restaurant is actually here. You can see there's loads of seating. Like I never see this busy or like in such a way that you couldn't get a seat or anything. Now, I normally come here for the chips. The chips on these ferries are so good. So if you are a bit peckish, just recommend coming and getting some chips. You can obviously get a full meal as well, but the chips themselves are so good. Anyway, let's carry on because the duty free can get very popular. The plan is to go straight there. There's always like people getting real excited about the bargains you get on the alcohol. Oh no, so the duty free is down a level. Oh, I must have misread that. Duty free is on 7. Let's pop down to 7. Last time it was so funny. There was people like grabbing these bottles of vodka. I think they had like an extra special offer on. Oh, there it is. Yes, the duty free is in here. So the duty free is pretty standard. Like you're gonna find the same things that you find in the airport, like perfumes. They've got sunglasses. The prices are looking all right though. Here's a pair of Oakley for A5, Ray-Bans for 120. Or 110 for the aviators. They're pretty good prices, right? Now they also have good prices on rituals, so I'm gonna pop over there because this is usually where I end up picking up a little something. Oh my gosh, they have a good selection this time as well. What is this? Oh, it's shampoo. Oh, I didn't know they did shampoo. I love this scent. The Ritual of Sakura. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. This little set is gorgeous, isn't it? The Amsterdam set. Tulip and Japanese yuzu. Okay, and then we've got this set here. I like that scent as well. To be honest, all of their scents are insane. Karma is one of my favorites as well though. I think Karma and Sakura are my 2 favorites. Oh, this little travel set is cute. What's in there? Oh, it's got like the shampoo and conditioner. I do really like Rituals, but I don't think I'd want shampoo and conditioner because I just have a certain one that I use anyway. I'd be more interested in like something like this. This has the shower gel and the body cream. That's a nice little travel combo. That's only £11. It's really handy actually having those mini shower foams because I love them. They're so like luxurious. Let me see, I wouldn't mind one of them in Karma though. I don't think they have it. Oh my gosh, they even have Kylie Cosmetics. I've never noticed this on board before. Her lip kits. I have one of those from like yonks ago. Alright, so Rachel has asked me to get either gin or vodka so she can make some cocktails. Now she said not to bother getting that fancy because it is just going to go into cocktails. I see they've got Hendrix up there. Oh my gosh, I love this gin. Oh, that's so good. £30 for that. See, this is hard now because that's only an extra tenner over like the cheaper gin. I mean, there is Gordon's down there, which is only 13 quid. Oh my gosh. This is my problem though, because then if I got the nice gin, then I could also just have gin, you know, as well as the cocktails. And there's Beefeater down there as well. 15 quid for those. Oh my gosh, 2 for 22 quid. That's so good. I actually don't know how much I can take in. I'm pretty sure it's only 1 litre. Maybe I'll Google it and see if I can find out. So I think I'm going to go for the Gin Mar. They have it reduced to £25 if you have the membership, which I do have. And this is a really nice gin, so it's like not a huge difference to some of the cheap ones. They have some for like £18. To be fair, there is one for like £13, but I just really dislike Gordon's gin. So I think I'm going to go with this one. So it's a bit cheaper than the Irish gunpowder. I mean, it is only £5 more expensive, this one. This is how I end up going from like the cheapest option all the way up to the most expensive option because I just have these justifications in my head. But I think I'm going to go with the Gin Mar. I really like this bottle as well. A bit of info here. The sale of alcohol stops 30 minutes before arrival into port. I assume that's something to do with the duty-free status, but I'm pretty sure the whole shop closes like before you get into port. Oh, fab. They actually have a sign to tell you your allowances. So it's quite different, isn't it? Okay, so going into the UK from Ireland, I can get 4 litres of spirits over 22% or 9 litres. Oh, it disappeared. So I guess you'll have to hear it from me. So it was 4 litres over 22% going into the UK or 9 if it's under 22%. But then going into Ireland, it's only 1 litre if it's over 22% and 2 litres if it is under 22%. I somehow just fell back up to deck 8 and I'm in the queue to get some chips. I have secured the chips. I am so excited. I'm going to eat them while they're hot. Oh gosh, we are heading in to try out the doggy area. Oh my gosh, it's so windy. What do you think, Pumbaa? What do you think? I assume this closes. Oh, oh, there's a handle. There we go. Unfortunately, there's no one here for him to play with. I haven't really seen anyone come up here since we've been moving. Now, I don't know if that's because, like I said, those kennels are down on the cargo deck, or if just people don't want to come out because it's so windy, which I wouldn't blame them for either. Oh my gosh, but it's good just to let them get out and get some fresh air. Oh my gosh, you can actually see our cabin from here. So we have that first window you can see on the second level. Oh my gosh, even my Apple Watch is like, loud environment. All right, that might be enough fresh air for us for now. We head back in Pumbaa. And just like that, we have made it into Dublin Port. We're just waiting now for the car passengers and cargo to come off, and then they will take the foot passengers down to get back on the bus and head over. So the foot passengers do have a bit of a longer wait to get off the ship, but I don't mind. We're just chilling in the cabin. So if you're a foot passenger with a cabin, they do let you just hang out in the cabin until they call you. Now, one thing I kind of didn't really think about, but having a window means that there is no way to have the room dark. Like, there's no curtain or anything on the window. And oftentimes I would like just shut the lights off and have a bit of an hour of a nap. So I didn't really have that this time, but I was just chilling and like watching things on my iPad while getting a little bit of work done. So that was fine. But yeah, that's definitely something I would miss. Like if I was trying to get a little bit more of a sleep, not having the fully dark room of the cabins without windows. But otherwise, I've really loved having the window. It's so nice to be able to see outside. It just gives you that point of reference. Now, I'm lucky that the sea was relatively calm. We had a bit of movement, but nothing to make me feel ill or anything. And I do have motion sickness, so that was good. But I also think like having the window cabin would be great in that circumstance. Like if there was a bit more movement, I definitely want to be able to see outside. I didn't end up having a cup of tea, but I will grab these biscuits because they have been really nice when I've had them. So they've got a stem ginger pack and then a cappuccino shortbread. We had a super smooth disembarkment off the Adventurer. We waited in the cabin, headed down and got the bus over to the terminal where my mum was waiting to pick us up. We've been back home actually a few days now. Pumbaa was reunited with his little cousins and we've been having the best time. Who is it? Who is it? Holly! So overall, it was actually quite a smooth journey, disregarding the cancelled train, which, like I said, has become a permanent feature on these trips home. Hey, Woody. Oh my gosh. We have an unauthorized visitor. Woody, you're not supposed to be up here. Cheeky little so-and-so. Go on. As you can imagine, the house has been quite chaotic, but it's been such a fun few days. Now I'm actually ready to head out. I'm going to meet a couple of my friends to do one of my favourite things here, which is to go and eat chicken wings. Chicken wings are so delicious here, and I just haven't found ones as good back in the UK. So they're just like hot sauce buffalo wings with a blue cheese dip. But here, I don't know what it is about them. They're so good. Now that I've just thought about that, I'm wondering why on earth I have put a white top on. I've already managed to get makeup on it that I've had to wipe off with one of my little shout wipes, which work really well, by the way. I got those when I was over in Florida. I have been working on editing my vlog series from Florida. That'll be up on the channel pretty soon. And I will film my return trip to London, and that'll be a bit more of a chatty vlog. So join me for that one and we can catch up a little bit better. There will be regular Florida vlogs coming every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. I am gonna get my schedule together and start posting more regularly. It's just been a bit of a wild few months, but I'm hoping to get that back on track now and bring you some more other random stuff like traveling back home, but also a really exciting new series which is coming very, very soon, and there'll be an announcement on my community section of YouTube or on like Instagram. If you follow me on there, that's where I usually keep you up to date on things. Anyway, I better get myself ready to go, but I'll leave you guys with a little clip of my chicken wings because after me hamming them up, I feel like you deserve to see them. But I can promise you already, they're going to be amazing, and I'm so excited. Hopefully my top survives. I guess we'll see. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.